On the air and streaming live on your favorite device, this is KATC TV3, Acadiana's news channel at 10.
Thanks for joining us for the news at 10 o'clock. I'm Jim Hummel, and we start with a developing story in Acadia Parish where Crowley police are looking for a missing 14-year-old boy. This is Landon Thibodeau. He was last seen outside a home on La Rose Drive in Crowley at around 4 o'clock today when he was taking out the trash. His father tells us he was wearing a white and gray top, flip-flops, and glasses. If you see him, call Crowley Police.
This is very overwhelming. You know, nobody expects to go through this, and right now we're trying to handle it the best that we can, you know.
For the first time, we're hearing from the father of missing LSU student and Opelousas native Corey Goche. The 19-year-old has been missing for nearly a week. Her car found running and abandoned on the Mississippi River Bridge in Baton Rouge. While LSU police do not suspect foul play in the case, Corey's family and friends here in Acadiana are hoping and praying for the best. 3's on the street tonight. Amon Boyd has the story from Opelousas.
Dozens gathered here in front of the Opelousas Police Department, including Corey's family, everyone united in prayer to bring Corey home. Corey's father overwhelmed by the support in their hometown.
This is one reason why it's always hard for people to leave Opelousas, because in times of tragedy or in times of need, people always step up here, and I'm overjoyed and I'm full of love for my city because they're out for my daughter.
With man, it seems impossible, but with God, all things are possible.
Goche feeling a renewed sense of hope. Corey will return home.
A lot of these people know her from just being a great student when she was in high school here. Everybody knows about all her dance attributes. My daughter is special, and this is just one testament to her. And wherever she is, I hope she hears all of this, and this lets her know she's special and she can return home to us.
Goche's father says they'll continue to search for Corey. He also added that a press release will be coming out to provide more details about the case. In Opelousas, Amon Boyd, KATC TV3.
In state news, the legislative session is now underway. Over the next 2 months, debates are planned on taxes, sports betting, transgender rights, and other issues. Lawmakers will also consider COVID-19 topics, such as whether to curb the governor's emergency response authority, possible bans on vaccination mandates, and the $3 billion of federal aid headed to the state. One bill also being presented, the decriminalization of marijuana. Victor Georges spoke to the author of that bill and is here with the details. Victor.
State Representative for District 99, Candace N. Newell, has high hopes that this bill will become law. She tells me what inspired her to present this to the state is that other areas of the country are moving forward with making marijuana legal and the impact the current laws have against people of color.
The legalization or the decriminalization of marijuana across the country is happening a lot faster.
It wouldn't be a free-for-all. People still would not be allowed to grow the plants in their homes. Plus, planters, manufacturers, and retailers would have to be licensed. She tells me marijuana sales and possession have clouded the record of many people who are now trying to get a job.
And that little box that they have to check on the application sometimes knocks them out of being even considered for a job.
Although expungement is not a part of this bill, she is hopeful that the decriminalization of the plant would mark the path towards sealing and clearing criminal records for possession or distribution. Eventually, she hopes the system could weed out the cases from the smaller crimes towards the higher, bigger ones. Plus, she says this could help every area in Acadiana. In rural areas, marijuana could be planted and harvested, while industrial areas benefit from the processing and manufacturing. Finally, urban areas and cities would be able to capitalize on revenue and marketing efforts from storefronts.
I believe people on both sides are seeing more than people should not be arrested for this, but they're saying we can make some money off this.
She tells me it's simple math. The taxes and revenue the state could make from legalizing and regulating the drug is a lot more than the money and fees the state is spending on arresting and prosecuting those who possess and distribute marijuana. In the studio, I'm Victor Georges, KATC TV3.
Governor Edwards held his State of the State address today, hours after the start of the regular session. The governor gave his address at the A.W. Mumford Stadium on the campus of Southern University. The governor discussed several topics, including getting more people vaccinated, advocating for lawmakers to raise the minimum wage, proposing an office within the governor's office to fight human trafficking, and more.
Over the past year, we've been pushed to think outside the box, to work in new ways, learn in new ways, socialize in new ways. One thing is clear. We can absolutely do things differently. So this legislative session, let us challenge ourselves to envision new ways of making Louisiana better for all of our citizens.
New Iberia City Marshal Tony Miguez is resigning from office 2 months after being arrested by state police for forgery, injuring public records, and malfeasance in office. The Secretary of State's office confirming with KATC that they have received his letter of resignation. The next step is for the city of New Iberia to appoint an interim city marshal. In tonight's coronavirus headlines, the state is reporting 999 new cases of COVID-19. The Department of Health also says there are 25 new deaths. But remember, keep in mind the Department of Health no longer reports data over the weekend, so those numbers include data for Saturday and Sunday. Across the state, 29% of Louisiana residents have received the first dose of either the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine. 21% are fully vaccinated. In Region 4, which makes up most of Acadiana, a little more than 16% of the population is vaccinated. In Lafayette Parish, that number is close to 18%, and the parish with the lowest rate is Vermilion Parish with about 13%. In tonight's Rebound, applications are now open for families looking to be reimbursed for COVID-19 related funeral expenses. The funds are coming out of the $2 billion that FEMA received from the federal government. You can get reimbursed for funeral expenses between January 20th and December 31st of last year. FEMA has set up restrictions on those who qualify, as well as a number for you to call to apply. KATC is committed to helping you recover from the pandemic financially and emotionally. You can find information on who's hiring, how to make ends meet, as well as how to manage the stress over at katc.com/rebound. And feel free to reach out if there's an issue you need help with. It's called The Rebound, and it's our commitment to you.
Here's Bradley's 24-hour forecast.
And a weather pattern turning more active starting tomorrow. So let's get right into it with the latest HERD model. Clouds building in a little bit later on tonight into tomorrow morning as temperatures fall into the 60s. And then showers and storms start to blossom, we'll say late morning into early afternoon. And keep in mind, any one of these storms could be capable of producing some locally heavy downpours. And it's a bit concerning here. Notice how the showers and storms kind of fan out as they slowly move southward here into the late afternoon time frame. This is where some of these storms could train over the same areas here, we'll say off towards into southeastern Acadiana, and that's where rain totals could pile up in a very short period of time. So some localized flash flooding could be an issue. We'll have to watch that. We don't get much of a break going into tomorrow night as scattered showers still lurking around the area here, and then here we go into Wednesday with another healthier batch of showers and storms pushing through the area. So bottom line, rain totals are going to be piling up over the next several days, and on top of that, we are under a low end risk to see severe weather tomorrow, with some of the storms potentially producing some gusty winds and small hail. So we'll talk more about that in the main weathercast. Here's our 24-hour forecast. Again, low to mid 60s by tomorrow morning. Isolated rain chances through early morning, and then ramping up, we'll say late morning into the early afternoon at around 70%. Some locally heavy rainfall possible as well. And again, we don't get much of a break going into tomorrow night, although rain chances come down just a little bit, but then ramping right back up as we head into Wednesday. So coming up, we'll take a look at the rest of the week with those rain chances within the mix and some impressive rainfall totals that just came out with some of the models. That'll be coming up in just a little bit.
And Bradley, the cleanup continues in Palmetto after that deadly EF3 tornado touched down early Saturday morning. The storm brought 140-mile-per-hour winds and left a path of destruction. Those who were hit hard are getting some help from their neighbors. Some brought in large equipment to help clean up the debris. Others brought barbecue pits and helped cook a warm meal.
You never know when it may be you. So whenever someone around you is affected, always be willing to help out, because no one knows what's going to happen from one day to another.
Following the storms, a state of emergency declaration for St. Landry Parish was filed over at the Clerk of Court's office. The parish president says this will help with assistance from both the state and federal governments.
We are hoping that FEMA is going to take this seriously, which we think that it will, because it just didn't happen here. It happened all across the South United States. So all the southern states kind of got hit by the same storm. So with everything combined, hopefully it's going to, unfortunately, it's going to bring enough damages, but fortunately it will bring enough damages so we can get some help for our people.
And anyone who had a home or business damaged is asked to complete an online damage assessment form. You can find it over at damage.la.gov. We also have it linked over at katc.com. Still ahead tonight, they might very well be referred to as legends, and together they've worked at UL for more than 90 years. A tale of longevity in tonight's Spirit of Acadiana. That story coming up at 10:24. But first, 69 degrees as we head to break. Bradley's back with his full forecast. You're watching Acadiana's News Channel at 10 o'clock.